Before the cross, before the empty tomb, there was a night that changed the course of human history forever. A night of betrayal, a night of sacrifice, a night that would lead to the greatest victory the world has ever known. This is the true story of the Last Supper, the crucifixion, and the resurrection of Jesus Christ. The night before his arrest, Jesus gathered with his 12 disciples in an upper room in Jerusalem. They had come together to celebrate the Passover meal, a sacred remembrance of how God had delivered Israel from slavery in Egypt. As they sat at the table, Jesus did something unexpected. He took bread, gave thanks, and broke it. Then he gave it to his disciples and said, "This is my body, given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." Then he took the cup and said, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for many for the forgiveness of sins." The disciples did not yet fully understand, but Jesus was preparing them for what was about to happen. He also told them that one of them would betray him. The room fell silent. Each of them wondered, "Is it I, Lord?" The Garden of Gethsemane. After the meal, Jesus led his disciples to a place called Gethsemane on the Mount of Olives. There, he asked them to pray while he went a short distance away. Jesus fell to the ground and prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me. Yet not as I will, but as you will." He knew the suffering that lay ahead, yet he chose to obey the will of the Father. Late in the night, a crowd approached the garden carrying torches and weapons. Judas, one of the 12, led them. He walked up to Jesus and greeted him with a kiss. This was the signal. The soldiers stepped forward and arrested Jesus. His disciples fled into the darkness. Jesus was taken before the religious leaders. False witnesses spoke against him. Then the high priest asked, "Are you the Messiah, the Son of God?" Jesus answered, "You have said so." The leaders accused him of blasphemy. At sunrise, they brought Jesus to the Roman governor, Pontius Pilate. Although Pilate found no crime in him, the crowd demanded, "Crucify him!" Jesus was led outside the city to a place called Golgotha, which means the place of the skull. There, Roman soldiers nailed him to a cross. 2 criminals were crucified beside him. As he hung on the cross, Jesus prayed, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Darkness covered the land for several hours. Then Jesus cried out, "It is finished," and he gave up his spirit. A man named Joseph of Arimathea asked Pilate for the body of Jesus. He wrapped it in clean linen cloth and placed it in a new tomb carved from rock. A large stone was rolled across the entrance. Roman guards were placed at the tomb. Early on the first day of the week, several women went to the tomb, but when they arrived, the stone had been rolled away. Inside, they saw an angel who said, "Do not be afraid. He is not here. He has risen, just as he said." Soon after, Jesus appeared to his disciples. At first, they were afraid and thought they were seeing a ghost. But Jesus said, "Peace be with you." He showed them his hands and his side. The disciples were filled with joy. Jesus was alive, just as he had promised. Through his death and resurrection, Jesus fulfilled God's plan to save the world. The cross showed his sacrifice. The empty tomb showed his victory. And the message of the resurrection continues to bring hope to people everywhere. If you have been inspired by this story, please subscribe and turn on notification for more interesting and edifying Bible stories from this channel. Thank you for watching, and seeing you in my next video.